You step right in there, Tara.
Sorry, I'm late.
Have a seat.
Sure.
Hello, Miss Boris. How are you doing today?
Fine.
Just to introduce myself, because I don't think we've met before, my name's Sergeant Neil Caffrey. I'm with the San Andreas State Police Crime Intervention Team. Just before we get into the meat of the interview here, I do want to go over a couple things with you in regards to your rights. I'm going to hand you a form here. Okay, on this form here, it just states, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and may be used against you in further process. You have the attorney present, any questioning, and you can stop questioning at any time. And if you understand your rights.
Yeah.
Okay. And you do wish to continue speaking to us without an attorney present?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Let's get my notes here. Okay, so it's my understanding, Miss Boris, that you were arrested here by the Paleto Bay Township Police on the 1st of February for reckless operation and for carrying a concealed weapon. And during an incident to arrest search of that vehicle, Paleto Bay Township officers located a note contained within your vehicle which listed 2 sites, one at 159 Jamestown Street and another one located at 1010 Marina Drive. And we had sheriff's deputies head out to these locations. At these specific locations, they located a box which contained a vial of brown recluse venom, white snake root extract, and a couple other items. Are you familiar with these items?
Yes.
Okay, how would you say that you're familiar with these items?
They're poisonous.
Okay.
They're used multiple times.
Used for what?
Um. Well, they're used for taking people out.
Okay, when you say taking people out, who's taking people out?
It depends on who's assigned to the job.
Okay, so assigned by whom?
I don't really know the name, but he's a higher up.
A higher up within?
Silence Bloods.
Okay. And are you affiliated with the Silence Bloods, Ms. Boris?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Ms. Boris, why would we find this note contained within your vehicle that led us to this location where we found the above-mentioned items?
Well, I'm stupid and I don't remember where things are, so I had to write it down because they wanted me to pick it up.
Okay, so you were making a delivery to the organization then?
No, well, yeah, I had to pick up the delivery.
Okay. Do you know who supplies these items to the Silence Bloods?
I only know, like, not really. I like, heard, like, the name Recluse, but I don't know.
Okay, so the guy who supplies them goes by the code name Recluse?
Yeah,
Okay, you don't know his actual name?
no. I don't even know where he is.
Okay, so you wouldn't know where he operates out of either?
No.
Not to excuse me, not to interrupt you. Have you done any similar pickups at any other places prior to this?
I've had to pick him up from several places.
Could you describe those places?
I don't really remember.
Do you know a vague area as to where they were in? Were they in the city, the county, middle of the woods, urban area?
Well, I know there's one in the city. Oh, they're gonna kill me.
No, they won't do that. Do you recall approximately where in the city that one job site would be?
No, not really.
Okay. That's all I have. Sorry.
Okay, so just kind of building on what Lieutenant Dovey asked you previously. So, in addition to the location at 159 Jamestown Street and 1010 Marina Drive, there are other locations which you've picked up items for the Silence Bloods from before that are not those two specific locations, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, one more time. About how many times apart from those two that you were meant to pick up have you picked up items for the Silence Bloods in the past? Was this your first one, third one, 40th one?
Well, not quite 40th, but I have picked up quite a few.
Do you know an approximate number?
About 10 or more.
Okay, let's try it like this. About how many times per week, month, day, year, about how many times and what frequency do you do a pickup?
There really isn't a set time. It's just kind of they put in an order, and then he tells the like the location like couple hours from the order, then it gets it delivered.
Okay, and do you guys use any type of like code words for these locations? Do they have names, or do you just go by the address?
They just go by like sites or something.
Do you know how he communicates that? Is it in person, through text, drop note?
I've only seen notes from him. I don't know how he delivers them.
Okay. Where did you see those notes?
When one of the higher ups are reading it.
I see. Okay. So you only see them in possession of it. You've never seen them at like a delivery spot, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you say higher ups, Miss Boris, who specifically do you report to within the Silence Bloods?
Anyone higher than me,
Okay.
which is basically everyone.
Okay, but you don't have like a set supervisor, like nobody is specifically in charge of you and what you do for them?
Not really.
Okay. So in regards to this specific delivery today or prior to today, who specifically within the Silence Bloods instructed you to make this pickup? Look, Miss Boris, I understand that we're talking about some scary individuals here, but you know, the more information that you give us, the more we can work with you.
Okay. She has blue hair.
She has blue hair. Okay, you don't know her name?
I think it's like her last name is like White or something, and she's like Boney or I don't know.
Okay. You think her last name is White?
Yeah.
How else would you describe her? Is she white girl, black girl, Hispanic?
She's white. She's got a lot of tattoos.
Okay. Would you be able to identify those tattoos or describe them?
I mean, she does have the spider tattoo. She's got a lot of them, especially on her back.
It's okay if you can't. Just trying to build a general picture.
She does. She has like a lot of them. She has the
I
spider
have it.
tattoo, too.
What was that, Mr. Lewis?
What was that, Chief?
Let's see. Anyway, about how old would you say Miss White is, give or take?
Excuse me if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Think I might be able to provide you with an identity on the person she's describing.
Really?
If you'll give me a minute to run to my office, I believe I have a picture.
Okay. Now, when he comes back with this picture, would you be able to identify her from that picture?
Yeah.
Okay. So, while he's doing that, just to ask another question that I'm personally kind of interested in, how were you recruited into the Silence Bloods?
They picked me up off the street.
Okay, so they approached you directly.
Yeah.
Would you say that's a common recruiting tactic for them?
Well, I know that's how they recruited me.
Okay. Would you say that or the type of person that you are is the type of person that they would typically recruit? Someone kind of off the street, just out of nowhere?
I guess I could see that.
Okay.
Because I don't really have anyone else, so I guess if I went missing, no one would care.
Okay. And would you say that they operate more as a kind of a criminal gang in an organization where it's typically kind of like a family and they talk a lot about brotherhood and family and, you know, being together, or is it more of a kind of organized group with a hierarchy of people, if that makes sense?
Here's that picture. There's 4 of us in it. It's myself, the owner of the hen house, a girl named Sophia Walker, and this other person.
Okay.
Thank you. You might want to ask her if she recognizes anybody else in that picture, too. I can tell you who they all are.
Kind of
over here.
family, kind of.
Okay, I got you. So he's got that picture. I'm just going to slide that across the desk to you. Actually, Mr. McGarrett's going to have it to you. Excuse me. Would you be able to identify anybody in that picture by name?
That blue-haired girl there.
Okay. That's the one that you described as Miss White?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be able to identify anybody else in that picture?
No, I'm not sure who the others are.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so just kind of building on what Lieutenant Duffy was asking you before. So you said that the Silence Bloods is organized kind of more like a family, more rather than a hierarchy.
That's kind of what it seems like.
Okay. So, as you may or may not know, we arrested Mr. Gundolf DeLoss a while ago, who is the self-proclaimed quote-unquote leader of the Silence Bloods. So, in the absence of Mr. DeLoss, would you know who the, I guess, the head of that family hierarchy would be now? Like, who's in charge of the Silence Bloods?
Maybe Ray.
Ray. Does he have a last name?
Twyman? Maybe? I don't know.
Okay. Just 1 second here. So, in that, along that same line of questioning, when you guys meet as a group, where do you guys generally meet up at?
Well, they did recently change, like, places. Cause the last one they said started on fire.
Okay. And you're speaking about the Ace Liquor store down at Sandy Shores area?
Yeah.
Okay. So where would the new place be located?
Uh, down in the city.
Okay. Do you have an address or any landmarks that might be nearby it or anything of that nature?
Well, it's by water, but I don't remember exactly where.
Okay. Is it over maybe in the Del Perro area?
What's that?
The meeting point, is it over in the like Del Perro
Oh,
side of town?
what's the Del Perro?
Kind of the west side of Los Santos, kind of over, not at the beach, but toward the beach, if that makes sense.
Maybe more specifically than that, over on the boardwalk?
Yeah.
Um, I I don't remember it being on a boardwalk, but I think by beach was where it would be.
Okay, when was the last time that you were at this location?
Uh, like a month or so, I think.
Okay. Would you be able to describe the building at all to us?
Well, it didn't have any parking lot or
Okay.
anything.
So it's by the beach. It doesn't have a parking lot. Any other like features of the building? Was it a one-story building, two-story building, anything of that nature?
It was an older building, kind of had bricks like that.
Okay. Red brick?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other landmarks in the area when you were there that you might remember?
Well, I know there was like a parking lot across the road that we all parked.
Okay. And when you guys meet in this building, where in the building do you meet? Is there a specific room or anything like that?
Oh, it's like downstairs.
Okay, in like a basement maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. And who all was at that meeting?
A lot of people there. It was pretty crowded.
Okay. Do you know any of their names?
No.
Okay. Are you aware of any other properties that are owned or operated by the Silence Bloods, whether that be in the city, county, anywhere?
Not that I know of.
I just want to just real quick while we're on the topic of other Silence Bloods members, I just want to run this name by you, and can you just let me know if this means anything to you?
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the name Kyle Reed?
Yeah.
In what context?
Well, I heard that he's patched up a lot of people. I know that he quit.
Okay. How would you say that the organization reacted to that?
They were angry, like really angry,
Okay.
but they couldn't find him.
Okay. Are they still looking for him?
I hear his name several times.
Okay. So they are probably still looking for him?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, when they talk about him, they're not talking in a nice way.
Okay. So if they were to get a hold of him, you think they would try to kill him?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you aware of any other known enemies of the Silence Bloods?
Mm,
Any other names that may have mentioned, that are like up next, for lack of a better word?
not that I can think of offhand.
Okay. In your dealings with other members of the Silence Bloods, have they ever discussed specifically any specific members of law enforcement?
No. Well, years ago, yeah, but not really anymore.
Okay. Could you just elaborate on that a little bit, about what they were talking about a couple years ago, as far as what members of law enforcement?
Well, like, I think this was like 6 or 7, I don't know, some years ago. They were talking about a group of DEA agents, but yeah.
Did they mention any of them by name?
Well, one, Jason, and Phelan.
You said Phelan?
Yeah.
Do you have last names on any of those people?
I think that the Jason, I think his name's Waterland.
Okay.
And I think Phelan was Davis.
Okay.
I think those two are like the leaders or something.
Okay.
Can't could I just chime in for a sec?
Yeah, sure.
Miss Boris, do you remember me from a month and a half ago? I responded to help you. You said you fell.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate more on that? About how you fell?
Well, I was stupid and messed up something, and it beat me up.
They beat you up. Can you elaborate on who they is?
I don't remember who she is, but I know that she was like a demon blood or something.
Just real quick, while you ask her this line of question, Chief, can I talk to you out in the hall real quick?
Sure thing.
Did
I didn't know your wife was
the
in the DEA.
did the person who
The better
beat
question
you
is,
up,
why did she
was
do
it
that?
also, did it have anything to do with the, I know you were involved in a shooting not too long ago. Have anything to do with that too?
Yeah, that was me being stupid.
Was he being
Okay.
stupid?
In what way?
I thought that she owed
I mean,
Oh.
I don't feel like that's necessary. I'm sure she'd
owed money,
talk to us if we had her
and
down
then
here, right?
I thought I was
I mean, unless you
getting
feel like we need
getting
to
it
for the
for
integrity
him,
of the case.
Mhm.
And when,
and I kind of shot her.
Do you?
Okay. Well,
I swear I heard that.
excuse
too.
me. Not to once again derail the line of questioning here, but what kind of actions would you say the Silence Bloods partake in? Do they do
Yeah,
stuff like
sure will.
extortion, where
Just
they loan
one
people
more
money,
question on that
kind of
line
loan sharking?
topic. Do you happen to know,
Like,
there
you know,
was
they give money out to
potentially
people and
any
then
case that
demand
could have been
a
linked
lot
to
of money
Silence
back?
Bloods or Demon
Do they do
Bloods
stuff like that?
she would potentially know about?
Um, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
What actions do the Silence Bloods take that you readily know about? I know
Yeah,
you
I just
referenced
figure while we're talking
taking
here, if I
people
could press
out,
her for a name or
which I
something,
can only
maybe that would
assume
take us
means
to a-
killing people. And correct me if I'm wrong in that assumption. But other than that, what else do the Silence Bloods typically do as a criminal organization?
That's basically it. That's what they do.
So then,
Okay.
under
Yeah,
what
I'll tread
circumstances
lightly.
did you
I
think
just,
that individual
I
that
just
you
wondered
shot
if you
owed
knew anything
the Silence
about
Bloods
the
money?
people that they were after, if that could have potentially been linked to what
Well,
we're talking about here.
did-
I figure while we have Tara here,
They
I'd
get
like to press
paid
her
for
on that.
for the job, and I thought that she hadn't paid for a job yet.
I see. And by job, you mean
Yeah,
killing
this is
people,
the
correct?
first I'm hearing about any federal
Yeah.
involvement in this case. So
Okay.
I'll have to talk to her. I'd like to talk to Phelan first.
Have
though,
you
before I
ever
go to the EA.
done a job for the Silence Bloods? Not
Okay,
including the picking up and delivering of their supplies?
No, I'm only the delivery person.
Okay. Did they recruit you specifically for that role, or is it just because of how junior you are within their organization that you kind of fall into that?
I think I have to earn my way up or something.
Okay. And again, this may have been asked. How long? Excuse me. How long have you been affiliated with the Silence Bloods?
2 or so years.
Okay. And have they talked to you at all about possibly increasing your responsibilities within the organization, or no?
No, they think I'm stupid.
Caffrey, do you have anything else, or? Means anything?
Yeah. So, just I want to circle back real quick to the beginning here, and I want to talk a little bit more about what we actually found at those locations. So we found 5 vials, and contained within those 5 vials were 5 different poisonous substances. Those substances were brown recluse venom, white snake root extract, belladonna, azalea, and foxglove extracts. So we are familiar with the first 2. We've seen the Silence Bloods use those in the past. The 3 others, the belladonna, the azalea, and the foxglove extract, are new to us. Do you have any idea what's up with the change in, I guess material was the word that I want to use, or delivery method? Could you elaborate on that at all as to why or what that's potentially going on with that?
Well, I guess it could just be, that they're trying new types.
Okay. So along with those new types, are you familiar with any type of new delivery method or anything, like as far as how they administer the poison to their victims?
Well, I've seen through food too.
Through food. So they're mixing it in people's food and stuff now?
They have for a while.
Okay.
Just to ask a kind of sidebar question on that, how do they typically do that? Is that in a restaurant? Is that for food that's been prepared for people? Do they sneak into their house and put it in their, food that they haven't prepared yet? How's that typically done? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, so I just want to ask you one more question, and this is going to be posed in the form of kind of a hypothetical situation. So let's say hypothetically that we wanted to place an order with the Recluse to purchase any one of those items from him. Do you know how we would go about that?
No, I don't know how they get any orders with them.
Okay. So have you ever had a problem with an order in the past, whether it be quantity, not exactly what you've ordered, something to that effect?
If we have, I don't know.
Okay, so you wouldn't know how that would be handled, either by you or by the Silence Bloods, like who you would report that to, anything of that nature?
I just deliver the box. I'm not allowed to open them.
Okay. So, and one more question along those lines too. When you pick these boxes up, where do you deliver them to?
I usually just like call one of them.
Any specific one, or?
No, whoever told me to pick
Okay.
it up.
So, was this specific order that the ones that we intercepted with, was that intended for Miss White, the individual you identified earlier?
That's who I was supposed to bring it to.
Okay. All right. Just real quick, Duffy and McGarrett, can I see you guys outside real quick?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Hey, McGarrett. By the way,
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know that your shirt is ripped, and you should get a new one.
I probably should.
I can give you $20 if you need it.
Yes.
I'm kind of thinking I want to have her make that delivery. You following me?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
Boxes and state evidence room.
Yeah, we can definitely.
Anything to
handle
drink,
that.
Miss Morris? Water, coffee,
How do I go about
Coke.
posing that?
No.
spider venom?
What?
Nothing.
Buy a new shirt.
Do you need $20, McGarrett? Is that something
What's that?
you require? Excuse me. Excuse
It's
me.
good on the end.
Oh, okay.
So, Miss Boris, this delivery you were supposed to make, did
Excuse me.
Miss
Hey,
White give you a
I
location?
realize the furniture in here isn't that great, but you ain't got to kick it.
I'm sorry.
Did Miss White indicate to you where you were supposed to make this delivery?
I was just supposed to bring it back to her.
Okay, and where was she gonna be at?
She would tell me when.
Okay. And did she expect this delivery by any specific time frame?
Probably in the same day. She didn't really tell me.
Okay.
And real quick, did you communicate with her at all that you had picked up this delivery and were on the way to her? Or rather, my bad, that you were on the way to pick this delivery up.
No, I usually would like tell them after I'd picked it up.
Okay.
And that I was on the way.
And usually between the time you're, I guess, dispatched to be on the way to pick that up to the delivery has been completed, how long does that usually take for you?
I guess that really depends on the delivery site and where the person is that I'm supposed to deliver to.
Sure, but has it ever taken multiple days?
No. Mostly hours.
How do they tell you when you need to go pick something up?
I'm pretty sure they all have my phone number.
And they do this through regular cell phone service, no specialized app or anything like that.
I don't know, because I've tried calling them, like, calling that same number a different day, and it just goes to nothing.
Okay. So then you'd assume that their phone numbers rotate through some means or method,
Yeah.
and yours does not do that, correct?
No.
And again, you receive these messages through your phone's just regular messaging app, right?
Yeah.
What do they usually tell you? Go here, pick up this? Or anything more specific than that?
Yeah, they tell me go to, like, site 3 or something, then they'll, like, give me an address, and because they know I'm stupid.
Okay. So typically what you're saying is they would not attach an address to that. They would say, for example, go to site 10. But for you, for your own reasons that you state, they send you an address along with that because they don't think you know where that is. Is that correct?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I forget.
Okay. Do they ever use the same site twice?
Yeah, they've used several of them several times.
When do they use the site?
They change sites basically every time.
Sure, but you're saying that, or at least what you just told me, is that they've used the same site multiple times, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. When do they stop using that site? I know they kind of rotate through them, but if they ever stopped using a site entirely?
Not that I know of. I've never heard of it before.
Caffrey, could we talk outside for a second?
Sure.
I'll wedge myself in here. Oh, that worked quite
Excuse
well,
me.
actually.
Excuse.
Chief, you got any questions?
No, I don't think I really have anything to add to this.
Yeah, I do have one more, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way at all, because I greatly appreciate your cooperation, more than you truly know. Why are you being so open with all this? What has led you to the conclusion that
You're right.
you should give all of the information that we're asking directly to us? Again, not complaining at all, but for what reason? Did they do something to you? Did they greatly displease you in some way?
When we're done here, what we want to do about that is I think they're going to be for a little bit longer here.
Do you want to weigh out?
Well, when I was caught with the note, I knew if they knew that I was stupid and left the note with the delivery sites, that I didn't have a chance of living.
Okay. I got you. Well, that's all I have, I think. Garrett, Caffrey, anything?
I don't have anything further at this time.
I don't know anything else.
I'd like to speak to you gentlemen after you're finished.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I greatly appreciate your cooperation. Very much so. Thank you. And, yeah, that's all I have. So, I will now go home and go to bed.
All right.
Good night.
So for the time being, Chief, she's all yours. We'll get with you if there's any accommodations to be made.
You
assuming-
okay, that's fine. Yeah, we've been having some issues with our booking system. She's really not going to be. We're not going to get her out of here for a little while. So
Okay.
we'll put her back in cells.
Sounds good.
If you'd like to turn around and face away from me, ma'am.
Does anyone
Okay.
want my fries from Pops? I did not want them.
Nah, I'm good.
They're probably cold. Chief, would you like
That
my
was me.
fries from Pops?
You gentlemen would just wait here for a moment. I'm going to walk her back
Sure.
to her set.
Yeah. obviously doesn't want my.
But it's like I
brother.
have an entire police department that could have done this. No, I'm doing this.
Southeast.
Okay,
of
gentlemen,
Del
I've been
Perro
in
Beach.
law enforcement for 11 years, and that was the worst interrogation I've ever heard. That bitch is useless. So here's what you're gonna do. I have on my desk a federal warrant to place a tracking device in her vehicle. We are going to place the tracking device in her vehicle before I release her. She is going to leave. You are going to put a team on her. They are going to kill her. You are going to catch them in the act of killing her. Her surviving is not contingent on this plan.
I mean,
Solid.
that was kind of the plan. I mean,
Yeah.
It's kind of the
if you
plan.
already took the liberty of getting the federal warrant, though, that's
I've got
great.
the warrant
We-
on my desk. I had Butler sign for it head out this morning. He's already driving down to the city to get the tracking device. It'll be here within the hour.
About halfway
Sounds
through
great.
that, I concluded that she was fucking useless. But there was a few
Yeah.
things she gave that were pretty decent actually. So I can't complain.
Yeah, no.
Easier
that-
to build a case off.
Truly one of the stupidest people I've ever talked to in my life.
Yes.
Really.
Hey, she knows it.
That's true.
Said
I'll
it
give her
herself.
that. That's true. I'll give her. So yeah, no, literally, we just let her go and we just tail her until they finally exact their vengeance, and then we catch them. And if nothing else, you get at least one of them on an attempted murder or murder rap. It's all the same to me.
Works for me. Hey, do you know who's the blue hair chick?
Oh, it's Bonita White. She works down at the hen house.
Cool. So when are we arresting that one? Or bringing her in for questioning? Or doing literally anything to fucking stalk the shit out of her?
Well, she works this coming Saturday.
Oh, spectacular.
I mean, I don't really think we have PC for an arrest based on her
No, but
testimony
we
alone.
have enough to fucking find something easily.
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
the point where I check out of the conversation and let you guys do your thing. Feel free to raid the fridge on the way out, boys.
Yay! Oh,
We
hey, do you
will.
want my fries?
What? You have fries from where?
Pops.
Oh yeah, I'll take them.
They're in
So
my
you gonna get a new shirt, bub? You
Yeah,
need that
I'm gonna
20?
I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, get a new shirt. Yeah, maybe don't fucking wear the same shirt you chase people through brambles with. Because that bitch is a bit tattered.